So today, Jack Smith dropped the charges against Donald Trump for the insurrection and what happened on 1/6. But I see people pointing fingers and they keep pointing it at Merrick Garland. But who you really should be pointing it at is Republicans. Since memories are short, let me remind you that Donald Trump was impeached for the 1/6 insurrection. Even Republicans voted for that, including Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger and a few others. It then went to the Senate. When it went to the Senate, he was up for a trial. After the arguments were given from both sides, there was a choice. And Republicans had to decide if they were going to vote with the Democrats to convict Donald Trump. 7 Republicans voted with Democrats. The vote was 57 to 43. 43 Republicans decided that Trump could potentially run for president again. After the trial, we assume that Donald Trump was being investigated. There's a lot of things that are happening in the DOJ and with the FBI, and we don't really know what's going on. But we do know that as soon as Donald Trump decided he was going to run for president, what happens? Merrick Garland appoints Jack Smith to be the special counsel. It took Jack Smith a year, almost a year. It was November when he was appointed, and he actually indicted Trump in October of 2023. So there was 10 or 11 months in between. We knew there was a grand jury, and they finally indicted him. Trump delayed this shit in the courts for months. The Supreme Court even gave him immunity. Once they gave him immunity, that stopped the case. So Judge Chutkan had to pause the case. Now he's running for president. And y'all dummies elected this motherfucker back into office. Let's be clear about that. So 76 million people voted for this man knowing that, one, he was already convicted of a felony that had nothing to do with this, but had to do with New York. And they still voted for him. If you want to blame someone, start with Republicans in the Senate, because they gave him the ability to run again. Secondly, you should blame the voters, the Republican voters who allowed him to become their nominee. And thirdly, you should blame SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States, where he put 3 judges on there, gave him immunity that killed the case, basically. So keep pointing fingers, but yeah, you want to blame Merrick Garland? Fine. I don't give a damn. He ain't my problem. But that's not fair to me. You can blame him, and you better be blaming all the rest of them people too. Period.